There's a new Dragon Age trailer. People have said this was good.
You have no idea what you have done. The blighted elven gods walk free, all because you disrupted my ritual.
You battle against gods. They will not rest until you are on your knees. Fearful, cowering, helpless in the face of such power.
Rook, you've got this. I've seen your work. You're clever, adaptable, and you don't know when to quit.
You want allies to go after the gods? I've got places to look.
Where do we start?
They showed this in the demo.
I'll
that
be
part.
damned. A griffin.
In war, victory. I'm ready.
I've never seen this before. There's something kind of exciting about it.
Oh,
What is happening to me?
that's cool.
Let the Fade draw close.
Draw the dragon out into the open. Then attack.
You and me, Rook. Maybe that's what scares me.
These are the times in which legends are born or slain.
Well, this is a lot better than the first one, I'll tell you that.
Our gods are back.
I mean, it's hard not to be, but still,
Our
it's
gods.
still a lot better.
How do we stand against that?
I believe in all of us, so let's get it done.
That's cool. So it comes out on Halloween. Yeah, this definitely was way better than what they had shown before. Like, I'll tell you that. Like, it was way better. I'm gonna be honest. I really don't think the game looks very good. And I think that it might look problematic enough to where, like, I think it might take away from the game. I think, like, visually the game, yeah, it looks like it's like a 2015 game. Like, recently I've been playing a lot of Dragon's Dogma 1, I told you guys. And I feel like the aesthetics for Dragon's Dogma 1 are preferable to this. I think especially with, like, the dragon, if you, like, I don't know if it shows. Yeah, I look at that, it just really doesn't look very good. And they went darker. Yeah. They removed the, what's this here? They removed the ability to use companions. You control only the main character. Everything looks so smooth. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I'll tell you this, right? I'll definitely play the game. Like, it's not even a question, right? Like, I'll definitely play the game. But, I mean, my expectations for it, the way it seems like to me is it seems like a cheesier, more story-driven version of, like, Dragon's Dogma 2. Where, like, you have different, like, units, or, like, Grand Blue Fantasy. Where you have, like, different units that you have, like, that are, like, pseudo-control over them. With, like, I would say probably a very vanilla story. Play it for me so I don't have to. Do you hate yourself? No, but I mean, I don't think this game is going to be horrible, right? I think this game is going to be like, if I were to give like what my expectation is, and like this doesn't mean anything, but like my expectation is like a 6. It's gonna be a 6. Sugar-free story, vanilla story. Yeah, I mean, it absolutely will be below mid. I don't know. I mean, like, I think it lacks a certain type of, like, fantasy grit to it. Like, this was, in my opinion, the only cool part. I think this was badass. Everything else was, like, kind of... What's a 10, though? Elden Ring. Obviously. Yeah, Elden Ring's the 10. Like, yeah, Baldur's Gate 3. Dragon's Dogma 2, I think, is a 9, right? Yeah, I mean, I just... The Final Fantasy 16, yeah, I mean, that was like, I'd say a 9, right? Not a 10. Monster Hunter World, I mean, that's a different dynamic. But yeah, that's kind of the way that I see it. I mean, I'll tell you this, right? I mean, it definitely looks a lot better. But I am really concerned about this gameplay because, and here's why. These are the same units that we saw in the gameplay demo trailer 6 months ago. Like, I'm kind of concerned that this game could go down the same path like that Dragon's Dogma 2 went down, where, like, the first, like, 20 hours of the game is, like, the most amazing experience ever, and then the next, like, probably 40 hours, if it's a 60-hour playthrough, or 80-hour playthrough, 60 hours, are, like, pretty much the same thing, but, like, it's just, like, higher armor or something. So, yeah, gameplay didn't convince me. Yeah, exactly. And so you're not invested in the story at all, so the gameplay needs to carry. Well, I would be invested in the story if the story was good. You felt that about Dragon's Dogma 2? Dragon's Dogma 2 had a huge problem with enemy variety. It was massive. The enemy variety in that game was terrible. Absolutely. Like, Dragon's Dogma 2 should have been Elden Ring quality. There is no excuse that it was not Elden Ring quality. I'm sorry. Like, there's literally, like, it's made by Capcom. It has such a cool idea with the pawn system. It should have been just like Elden Ring quality. Super mega true. Yeah, it's just, yeah, and I love Dragon's Dogma 2. I have 100 hours in the game, okay? That's how I know it. They went for scale, but had less variety. The first game feels bigger, in my opinion. In a way, it does. Yeah, I think there's, like, obviously, like, you know, back and forth. But we can talk about that later. Either way, yeah, this part was really cool. Everything else about the game, it just feels like, again, it looks like a 2015 game, right? It just doesn't really look very good visually. But, yeah. I'll tell you this, though. I mean, like, if I'm reading a lot of the comments here, a lot of people are pretty positive. So, I mean, it definitely, like, I would say for Dragon Age, this was a W. It was definitely better than any of the trailers that they've released before. And if they keep doing stuff like this, maybe people could be positive about the game. Moderated comments. Oh, you think the comments could be getting deleted? That's true. Yeah, you could be right about that. But, I mean, who knows? Mr. Beast strat? Yeah, I guess so.